In the crypto market, most people are watching the same coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Something like those, but some of the biggest opportunities usually come from altcoins that most people aren't paying attention. So today we are going to look at 7 altcoins I personally been watching very closely for the next crypto cycle. And in this video, I'm also going to share the price levels I've been watching, the potential target I could see, and roughly how much upside that could represent in the next crypto cycle. Some of these could potentially be 7x, 10x, or even higher type of opportunities if the market conditions line up. But as always, this is not financial advice. These are just personal researching. Alright, let's start with the first one. The first one is SEI. SEI is a layer 1 blockchain that was built specifically for trading infrastructure. A lot of blockchains try to do everything, but SEI focuses heavily on DeFi and trading platforms, which makes it particularly interesting for decentralized exchange. One of the key advantages is speed. Transactions settle extremely quickly, which is very important when you are dealing with high-frequency trading environments. SEI also comes from the Cosmos ecosystem, which means it has designed to interact easily with other blockchains. Personally, I bought it from 0.066. And if decentralized trading activity continues growing in the next phase of market, a move towards the 66-cent range wouldn't surprise me. If that scenario played out, that would be a 10x move from the level that I bought. Next is ASTER. ASTER recently started getting more attention after an interesting development. Jianpeng Zhao, the former CEO of Binance, mentioned that he invested in the project. And whenever someone like CEO gets involved with something in crypto, the market usually starts paying attention. ASTER is also building inside the DeFi ecosystem, which historically tends to move very quickly during bull markets. Personally, I've been watching ASTER around 68 cents level. And if the project continues gaining attention, a move to $3 range could be possible. If that happens, that would be a roughly 5x profit. The next project might actually have one of the biggest potential upsides on this list. That project is SUI. SUI has been one of the fastest growing layer 1 blockchains recently. The team behind it includes engineers who previously worked at Meta, and the network uses the Mu programming language, which was designed to make smart contracts more secure. Another big advantage is the network's architecture. It's designed to handle a very large number of transactions, which makes it interesting for gaming, DeFi, and high-volume applications. Personally, I bought it from 0.089. And if the ecosystem continues expanded during the next market cycle, a move towards the $3 range could be possible. If that scenario played out, that would be a very large move, potentially over 30x return from that level. Of course, that would require a very strong market environment. Next is HBAR, the native token of the Hedera network. Instead of using a traditional blockchain, Hedera uses something called hash graph technology, which aims to create a faster and more efficient network. One interesting aspect of Hedera is its governing council, which includes major companies like Google and IBM. Another major narrative right now is tokenization of real-world assets. There has been discussion around BlackRock's tokenization initiatives potentially connecting with the Hedera ecosystem, which caught the market's attention. Personally, I bought it from 0.09, and if the tokenization narrative continues gaining momentum, a move to 30 cents could be possible. That would be more than 3x profit. Next is IOTA. IOTA is actually one of the older projects in the crypto space, but its technology is quite different from traditional blockchains. Instead of a blockchain, it used something called Tangle, which is based on a DAX structure. The idea behind this system is to allow very scalable and extremely low-cost transactions. The project has also been connected to the idea of the Internet of Things, where machines and devices can exchange data and value. Personally, I bought IOTA from 0.066, and if the project regains attention during the next market cycle, a move toward the 50 cent could be possible. If that happened, that would be a roughly 7x profit. Next up is Virtual Protocol. One of the biggest narratives right now in crypto is the combination of AI and blockchain. And Virtual sits right in the middle of that trend. The idea behind the project is to create a system where AI agents can operate directly on-chain, performing tasks and interacting with blockchain systems. Now, obviously, this entire space is still very early, but if the AI narrative keeps expanding in crypto, projects like this could start getting much more attention. Personally, I've been watching Virtual around 63 cents, and if the AI narrative continues growing, a move toward to $2.10 could be possible. That would represent roughly 3x potential move. And the final project on this list is Hype, which is part of the Hyperliquid ecosystem. Hyperliquid has quickly become one of the most talked about decentralized trading platforms in the market. The platform focuses heavily on decentralized derivatives trading, and recently it started gaining a lot of attention after reaching record levels of trading activity and network performance. Whenever an ecosystem grows this quickly, investors usually start paying attention to the token behind it. Personally, I bought Hype from $27, and if the hyperliquidity ecosystem continues expanding during the next cycle, and move to $150 could be possible. If that scenario happened, that would be a more than 5x profit. So yeah, those are 7 altcoins that I'm personally watching in 2026. Some of them are technology plays, some are narrative driven, and some are focused on real world adoption. But like always, the crypto market is extremely volatile. So do your own research, manage your risk, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. And I'm curious, which altcoins are you watching right now? Let me know in the comments.